Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. The site for tonight's matchup is the Roseburg boys basketball team welcomes in the Sheldon Irish for a Southwest Conference matchup. Tonight, Roseburg taking on Sheldon on a Thursday night. It wasn't the way it was originally scheduled, but they moved this game up from Saturday to this evening. And Roseburg will get this game in tonight. The Roseburg girls, we were scheduled to do Roseburg boys and girls back-to-back on Saturday here at home. The girls will play at home against Sheldon coming up on Tuesday next week, and we'll have coverage of that one for you as well as a little bit of a schedule change for Roseburg basketball here late in the season. But nonetheless, it's a Southwest Conference matchup for these two teams who are both looking to try and get a little bit of momentum as we start getting to the tail end of the league season. A lot riding on the line for these two teams as they try to make the push to a possible automatic playoff berth as one of the top three teams in the conference standings, or trying to improve on their OSAA power rankings to be able to get in as an at-large bid. Both teams hoping that the tail end of the season can be something special, and it'll all start tonight here from Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Joey Kieran here with you. It is great to have you joining us for tonight's broadcast here from Roseburg High School. Tonight's matchup can be seen streaming live online at 541radio.com, where you can watch Roseburg High sports throughout the school year. We are always excited to be able to have that for you there, to be able to watch. If you did catch last weekend, Saturday down at North Medford High School, we apologize. It was a difficult day all around. I can tell you by the time I got home, I wanted to cry myself to sleep, that's for sure. It was a frustrating night as we had a number of technical difficulties trying to get a strong enough cell signal, not only for the video stream but also for the radio side. And it was a fun night, and unfortunately it wasn't reflected with some fun scores for Roseburg, but we made it through it. Hopefully things will go a little bit smoother for us here tonight as we bring you this game. We'll go ahead and take a break as we count down towards tip-off between Roseburg and Sheldon. But if you want to watch tonight's game, head to 541radio.com or check us out on YouTube. You can search 1490 The Score on YouTube to find our page. Subscribe to follow Roseburg High sports throughout the school year. Coming up in March, we'll start baseball season and get a chance to bring you Roseburg baseball throughout the spring and take you all the way to the end of the school year. So make sure you head to 541radio.com to watch Roseburg High sports, or check us out on our YouTube channel and subscribe there. Hit the little bell to get notifications when we go live with another Roseburg High sporting event. When we come back after a quick timeout, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Jordan Humphreys of the Roseburg Indians. 5-11 on the season for Roseburg, 6-12 for Sheldon. They square off coming up tonight right here on 541radio.com and on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Sports fans, thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met. and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Back here with more of our pregame on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Tonight we get some Roseburg boys basketball midweek here as they move the game from Saturday against Sheldon up to tonight, and we'll be tipping off here in just a few moments. We get a chance to catch up with head coach Jordan Humphreys. And Coach, you guys are coming off of a tough loss against North Medford. I know things didn't start out well, but you guys fought your way back into that game and really gave yourselves a chance going to the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, that's when North kind of turned things on and were able to pull ahead and get a win. But I thought against one of the top teams in the conference, I thought that your team played very well and a chance that you guys gave yourselves an opportunity late in that game. How'd you come away feeling from that game against North Medford on Saturday?
I felt really good. I mean, again, we started a little bit slow, but we battled back to 34-30 at halftime and had good energy in the third, and we took the lead and then battled back and forth with the lead throughout the rest of the third and into the fourth. We had a 1-point lead with maybe 5 minutes to go, and our guys haven't been in that spot very much this year and last year, and North Medford has been, and they're ranked number 6 in the state for a reason. And interesting, after the game, our guys were taking it pretty hard because it was a close game and one we feel like we had an opportunity to win, but it was a good turning point for us. I let them know the reason it hurts so much is because you guys are starting to put more effort and emotion and all that hard work into it, like we've been talking about all year, but finally we're doing it, and that's why it hurts so much to lose, especially to a top 10 team, and one we feel like we had an opportunity to pull a little bit of an upset, and but that feeling of hurt after a game like that is good because it means that they care and they're starting to get more emotionally invested.
And that's a game on the road, and it doesn't matter what sport I'm covering, talking with coaches here at Roseburg, winning on the road in Southwest Conference play is a difficult task to do. Everybody's tough when they're playing on their home floor, and so to be able to put up a fight like that on the road, how much confidence do you feel like this team continues to build as this season goes on, and they continue to prove maybe little battles on the way to hopefully winning a couple of wars here?
The confidence is just growing exponentially. Being able to battle with they got some big, tough guys and a couple of the best shooters in the conference. And so for us to be able to battle with them and go shot for shot with them definitely built confidence. I could see it in practice this week, and guys starting to, kind of feel confident in their own abilities and say, hey, we can play with these guys. They're not that good, and we're as good as them. We're as good as them, and we just have to continue to fight hard and bring that energy and be locked in for every play.
It's kind of maybe that thing, the realization that, you go into a game thinking number 6 North Medford, they're all world and whatnot, and you get into it and they're not that much better than us. We can go out there and compete with them. So it's good to see that those things are clicking. Tonight you guys take on a Sheldon team that we were just discussing before we got going here, that 3/4 of the game in Eugene at Sheldon, you guys are right there with them, actually outscore Sheldon through the final 3 quarters. But you put yourselves in a really big hole. Obviously, we've seen this team kind of continue to gel and continue to grow. Knowing that you guys played them close for 3 quarters, does it give you some confidence going into this game? And what do you hope to see you guys do differently this time around against the Irish?
Definitely, that mindset that, hey, we're probably not going to play that poorly in the first again. Playing at home obviously helps. First game, we should have some decent fans tonight, which will bring some energy. The band will be here. I know our guys are excited to get to play in front of a big home crowd again. And just that confidence coming off these last 3 games that we didn't have going into the first time we played them, I think is going to be huge for us.
What do you feel like are going to be the keys to the game? And we know what you've seen Sheldon now, and you kind of have an idea of what they do. What are you guys going to have to try and take away to try and stay in this one here?
We got to rebound better. Up there, we didn't rebound very well. We kind of like the rest of our first quarter, we were a little bit lazy. But really, for us, rebounding controls everything. If we can rebound and get out on the break, then hold them to one shot, then we're going to put ourselves in a pretty good spot. They got a couple guys that shoot. They hit 14 threes on us up at their place. That's kind of that home court advantage, but we also kind of gave them a few freebies. We got to take that away tonight. That's one of the focuses, knowing who the shooters are and being prepared to guard them on the perimeter.
All right, Coach. Good luck out there tonight.
Thank you.
And that is head coach Jordan Humphreys joining us on the program here this evening as we get ready for Roseburg boys basketball against the Sheldon Irish. Joey Kieran here with you as we count down towards tip-off. Just a couple minutes left to go. Coming up here shortly, we'll get you a look at tonight's starting lineups for the Indians and the Irish. First, taking a look at where these two teams have been recently. For Sheldon, they come in, they've lost 2 straight, 6-12 on the season, 1-4 in Southwest Conference play. That one win against Roseburg in the first conference game for the Indians. Their last game for the Irish, a 50-41 loss against South Medford on Saturday. South Medford only led by 1 at the end of the first quarter, but they pulled ahead by 8 at halftime and were able to hold Sheldon at arm's length the rest of the way, although that was the lowest scoring output for for South Medford. That was their lowest point total of the season. It tied for their lowest at just 50 points in the game, one of the top scoring teams in the state and definitely in the Southwest Conference. So defense came up big for Sheldon. They just didn't have quite enough offense to stay in that one. On the other side, for Roseburg, 5-11 on the year, 2-3 in conference play. They did lose their last game, and that was against North Medford, 71-61. Roseburg was down by double digits in the first quarter, but then slowly chipped away at the lead. And they actually held a 38-36 lead with about 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. North Medford outscored Roseburg 25-19, though, in the fourth quarter to secure the win. And so Roseburg could not quite hang on against the number 6 team, although I thought they did a pretty good job of putting up quite the battle against the Black Tornado. The last time these two teams met, Sheldon pulled out the win, 65-56. As we talked about there with head coach Jordan Humphreys, Roseburg fell behind 22-7 in the first quarter. Really cold start for Roseburg, but then outscored Sheldon 49-43 over the final 3 periods of that game. And so Roseburg looking to try and see if they can play like they did in the final 3 quarters against Sheldon back in the start of the league season, and not like they did in that first quarter against the Irish. So we'll see how things play out here tonight. We do have the band here, if you couldn't tell. Nice student section starting to fill in over on the far side. A decent number of crowds here for tonight's game. We do have no restriction on attendance for tonight's matchup, so that's pretty good, as we will get a nice raucous crowd here at home at Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Counting down towards our tip-off, we'll get in a 2-minute break here coming up. We'll have a break for the national anthem, and then when we come back, it'll be time to get your starting lineups and get this one underway. Roseburg and Sheldon meeting for a second time in conference play. We'll have it for you as we continue on here on this Thursday night, streaming live online at 541radio.com and right here on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
The Roseburg High School Marching Band performing tonight's national anthem as we get ready to go for tip-off between Roseburg and Sheldon. Joey Kieran here with you. It's time now to look at our starting lineups for this evening's matchup. We'll start with the visiting team, the Sheldon Irish, led by head coach Eric Orton in his third year with the program. Orton, 6-12 with the Irish this year, 1-4 in conference play. A starting five will have Derek Frey, a 6'2 senior, along with Keegan Line, 5'11", a senior for the Irish. A sophomore, 5'9", Landon Bryant, along with junior, 6'5" forward, Luke Layton, and a freshman at 6'1", a guard, Rocco Graziano. That is your starting lineup put together by head coach Eric Orton and the Sheldon Irish. On the other side tonight for the Roseburg Indians, led by head coach Jordan Humphreys in his third year leading the Tribe. They are 5-11 on the season, 2-3 in conference play. His starting five looks a little different tonight than it has in recent games. Leading will be Micah Mendoza, averaging 10.5 points per game, a sophomore for the Tribe. One of now their leading scorer on the season. Jace Wilder, a junior, getting the start tonight, comes in averaging 1.9 points per game, making his first start in quite some time. I think got into the starting lineup at the start of the season, but it's been a little while. Ben Pike, a senior, averaging 6 points per game, will get the start this evening. Roseburg's leading scorer over the last handful of games. He's coming off of 3 straight games at 21 points. Daniil Olson, a senior, and rounding out the starting five, back after a knee injury, missed the start of the season, but is healthy to get going now, averaging 5.2 points a game, a senior, Carson Six. And that is your look at the starting lineup for tonight's matchup between Roseburg and Sheldon. We get ready to go for tip-off here as Roseburg and Sheldon will take the floor. Sheldon will be in the black road jersey. Sheldon across the chest in white. Numbers on the front and the back in white. On the other side in the home white jerseys, it's Roseburg. Roseburg across the chest in black. Numbers on the front and the back in black with the orange trim up and down the side of the jerseys and around the numbers. Roseburg will be moving left to right on your radio dial as they get into the center to jump. And it'll be Daniil Olson in the middle against Luke Layton. That ball tipped up, but it is won by the Irish. And they will move right to left on your radio dial. Into the half court. Pass out to the top. With it is Bryant to the right side. Gets back. They'll loft it to the near side. Graziano back out to the top. Driving baseline. Graziano gets it in the corner. With it now, Bryant back out to the top to the right side. Bryant back near side. Graziano down underneath, trying to work it to Layton. Had the ball stripped out of his hands. A teammate there to get it. Puts the shot up, but off the mark for Derek Frey. Whistle stops play as that ball goes out of bounds. Inbound goes right to the baseline. Shot off the mark for Sheldon. They'll push it up the floor. Micah Mendoza going to go right to the rim. And he'll miss just a little short on the left-handed lay-in for the sophomore. Up the floor comes Sheldon. Out at the top with it, Bryant. Back to the right side of the floor for Graziano. Back to Bryant at the top, got a screen, gets into the middle of the lane, hesitates, trapped in the middle. The ball got tipped out back to the top for the Irish. Out on the left wing, Bryant's going to try a deep three. Heel of the iron, no good. Pulled down by Carson Six. And he'll bring it up the floor for Roseburg. Running the press up the floor. Tried to lob it underneath to Ben Pike, but that ball's taken away. Still scoreless here in the ball game. Up the floor quickly, back into the lane. And ball knocked out of bounds by Roseburg on the shot attempt by Sheldon. Still scoreless here, 6:46 to go, first period. Neither team's been able to get much of a clean look so far. Inbound from the baseline. And Keegan Line, as he was inbounding, they're going to call a foul. This one goes against Luke Layton. Layton will turn it over, and that'll be the first foul of the ball game for either side. This one called against the Irish. Six will bring the ball up the floor, running the point for the Tribe. He'll walk it up across the timeline into the front court. Pass left side to Olsen. He dribbles, bounces it into the middle, and there's Jace Wilder for the first two for Roseburg. Minute and a half into the ball game, 6:30 to play. Roseburg's on top, 2-0 on the lay-in by Wilder. Out at the top, Bryant, lob right side to Graziano, but he'll get it back as they work against Roseburg's zone defense. Box in one here, it looks like. Driving left side, Bryant lobs it back out to the top. Will get it right back. Left side in the corner. They push it back out to the top. Now back to the left corner. An open look at a three. That one too strong for Keegan Line. Races in, gets his own rebound. Wraps it around the defense out to the top. Ball nearly stolen away by Mendoza into the corner, down to the left block. Layton has it stripped out of his hands. Mendoza comes up with it, and in transition, he's hit by Sheldon. I want to say Derek Frey. No, excuse me, Bryant. That was Landon Bryant that will get called for the foul, second for the Irish. Keegan Line will come out of the game for Sheldon. In the game for him is Nate Cockler. Baseline, Six backing his way in, makes a couple of moves. His shot just off the mark and falls off the iron. Rebound pulled down by the Irish. Up the floor comes Bryant, left side. Going to launch a three is Graziano. And Rocco Graziano will get the first points of the game for the Irish. They take their first lead at 3-2. Carson Six brings the ball across the timeline. Will hand it off to Micah Mendoza in the front court, right in that center circle. Pass left side to Ben Pike. Pike lobs it down to Six, and Six pressure from the backside. He almost went with the volleyball touch pass. Pike lobbing it in, going up when one-handed slap at the ball by Six to try and tip it back out to Ben Pike, but he got hit from the backside in the process. They'll call the third foul against the Irish, and this one going against Bryant, who picks up his second and will take a seat. Inbound to Wilder in the corner, right on the sideline. They'll work it down to Olsen. Finds an open man at the top. Now Six feeds to Ben Pike. He steps back for the shot. It rattles off, but a tip in by Danil Olsen. And Roseburg will retake the lead. Up into the half court comes the Irish. 4-3 your score. 4:49 to go here in the first period. Left side with it into the game. It has come Owen Kramer at the last substitution. Kramer has it left wing, goes into the middle, finds the open cutter for the Irish, and a foul as Derek Frey goes up for the shot. That'll be the first against Roseburg here in the first period. 4:38 to go as Roseburg leading 4-3. Derek Frey will go to the line to shoot two to try and give Sheldon the lead back. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, and by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. First one goes through for Frey. The senior coming off of 7 points in the last game against South Medford. Second free throw, rattles around and out. Olsen will pull down the rebound, and Roseburg will get it. Tie ball game, 4-all. Six running the point as Roseburg's gone with a larger lineup tonight. That is why, that is what Coach Humphreys is telling us. Pull-up jumper from 10 feet out. Danil Olsen with the make, and Roseburg's back in front by 2, 6-4. Left side. Out to the top with it. Cochler into the middle with it. Frey. Head fake. Got the defense off, but he misses the shot. Then a foul on the defensive board by Roseburg. And that one will go against Luke Layton. So Layton will get called for his second and will come out of the game as well. 4 fouls against the Irish. Driving right side, Olsen stops in the corner. Bounce pass out to the wing. 6 with it. Looking for the cutter, Ben Pike. That one goes off his hands. It was tipped first, and he couldn't bring it in. Sheldon will bring it up. They trail at the moment 6-4 with 3:43 to go in the first period. Pass left side. With it, Kramer. Back across the floor to Cockler. Trying to look underneath, and he gets called for a travel. Shuffling his feet, he'll turn the ball back over to the Tribe. Roseburg in front by 2. That is their largest margin of a lead in this one. Sheldon has led by as many as 1 at 3-2. Pass out to the top. 6 with it. A 3 from Olsen. No, it tips around. Ball up in the air, pulled down by Cockler. Sheldon on the move, the other direction. Looking left side, get it to Frey, into the corner. Kramer, an open look at a 3. That one's long. Weak side rebound pulled down by Olsen. Olsen will work it up the far side of the floor. Into the front court, tries to drive, lost the defender, makes the extra pass underneath, and it was probably not the right idea. Gets tipped away and taken away by Sheldon. 2:57 to play first quarter. 6-4 still. Roseburg in front by 2. Pass left corner. Kramer with it. Back out. Cockler, he can shoot that 3. We saw it the first go-round up in Eugene. Kramer almost has it taken out of his hands. We'll get it back on the left wing. Things were open up for him with the Roseburg zone. He didn't take the shot. Cockler works it to the right side. Driving in, and the push shot is good. I believe Joey Rubino, Frey, is the one to get the bucket and tie us back up at 6-all with 2:27 to go first period. Left side, Pike with it at the wing, looking underneath for Olsen. That ball tipped out of bounds. Keegan Line will check back in for Sheldon. Out of the game will come Rocco Graziano, the freshman. 2:20 to play. Lob in by Wilder. High pass pulled down by Olsen. Gets in, and he goes for the reverse. Danil Olsen puts Roseburg back in front 8-6. Back and forth we go here with Roseburg staying in front most of the way. Pass left side. Back out to the top to Cockler, and he will track it down at half court, almost into the backcourt, almost a pass stolen. Sheldon with it, left side, pump fake by Line. Cockler with it out at the top, and the Irish will reset. A scramble there. Roseburg couldn't take it away. Driving baseline. Keegan Line drives in. They will count the basket to tie it up, and Line will go to the free throw line for a chance to give Sheldon the lead back. .151 to go here in the first period. Line's shot no good. Gets his own rebound. Nobody blocks out the shooter. And Sheldon will take the lead. It is Joey Rubino who will get the bucket to put Sheldon in front 10-8. Their largest lead at 2. In the right corner with it, Olsen. Looks underneath. Pike has one-on-one. Backs his way in, and a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. This will be the 15th foul on Sheldon. Nate Cockler will pick up the foul. His first. Pike goes to the free throw line. The rainbow shooter, the ball looks so interesting coming out of his hand. But it works, and his rainbow shot drops in to make it a 1-point game. Second shot short, but he gets the friendly roll. No. They will say into the lane, so no shot. Lane violation on Roseburg, and it'll stay a 1-point game for Sheldon. Roseburg takes a timeout. It's a 60-second timeout. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. We'll come back and recap the first 6.5 minutes of this ball game. Roseburg trails 10-9 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Sports fans, it's Joey Kieran with the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're bringing you more local sports content as we change up our weekday sports lineup. We've got the Bald-Faced Truth with John Canzano, noon to 3 every weekday, and then from 4 to 6 is the James Crepia Show. More local sports talk here on Douglas County's home for sports, the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. 1:34 to go in the first quarter. 10-9, Sheldon in front of Roseburg. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg basketball on the score. Sheldon with the ball out of the timeout. They lead by 1. Frey will bring it up left side, hands it off the line, driving to the free throw line, kicks out from the key. On the right side, Cochler with it to Graziano at the top. Crossover, Graziano drives right side, gets it back to Cochler. He drains the 3. And Nate Cochler, you don't want him starting to heat up. 13-9, the score in favor of the Irish. Up by 4, their largest lead of the game. Left side, Hunter Fullerton's come into the game, gets it to Danil Olsen, stumbling along the baseline. The pass he tried to make just in desperation gets tipped right to Sheldon. Up the floor with it on the far side. Line will get it at the top. Drives right side of the lane, lost the basketball but draws a whistle. And Roseburg will pick up another foul. This one will go against Hunter Fullerton, who has just checked into the game. Micah Mendoza, Boston Williams, Danil Olsen, Hunter Fullerton, and Ben Pike on the floor for the Tribe. Cochler will inbound from the baseline, gets it right into the middle, and it's tipped away from Joey Rubino. Up with it is Fullerton, gets it to two-man weave. Boston Williams finds Ben Pike for an easy lay-in. And Roseburg into double figures, trailing by 2 at 13-11. Cochler gets it into the front court, splits the defense, but will draw a foul as he sprinted towards the rim. Got right between 2 Roseburg defenders. Will force the issue, though. Get a 4th foul on Roseburg. 2nd one on Fullerton. That's quick 2 against him. Inbound goes into Rubino. Out to the top. Frey works it right side of the line. Line looking underneath. Not there. Retreating back out towards midcourt is Cochler to get the basketball. Nearly lost his handle. Will back it out. Picks up the dribble out near the top. Fullerton closes in. Bounce pass away to Rubino on the right side. He'll drive to the right corner. Hands it off to Frey. 15 seconds to go here in the first period. Cochler brings it back out to reset. Down to 10 seconds to go. Sheldon running through their offense. Ball tipped away on the floor. Fullerton went to the floor to get to it. Baseline cutter. Keegan Line got free in the scramble. 15-11. Ball loose in the back court. And Sheldon will get on top of it as the first period comes to an end. At the end of 1, 15-11, Sheldon in front of Roseburg. Will come back after a 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Hey there, sports fans. It's Joey Kieran with the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're bringing you more local sports content as we change up our weekday sports lineup. We've got the Bald-Faced Truth with John Canzano, noon to 3 every weekday. And then from 4 to 6 is the James Crepia Show. More local sports talk here on Douglas County's home for sports, the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Second quarter action coming up for us. It's Sheldon 15, Roseburg 11. Tonight's game brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Leading scorer for Sheldon, 4 points for Keegan Line, 4 points for Danil Olsen to lead Roseburg. Driving left side, Micah Mendoza tried to get around the corner, and they called an offensive foul on Micah Mendoza. Mendoza will get called for his first, or no, actually must not have been a foul. Might have just stepped on the far sideline. Didn't see what it was, but turnover by Roseburg either way. That could have been a travel. No whistle there. Bounce pass to the free throw line. Rubino bounces it through to Cochler. Out to the top now. Line for 3. High rebound. Pulled down by Frey. Sheldon a second look. Driving in. Cochler got bumped, but he will put it through. And Roseburg up the floor quickly. trailing by 6. Largest deficit of the game. Right side, a ball on the ground taken away by Sheldon. Still with it on the floor. And a jump ball now called. And the possession arrow. Jump ball call. I don't see the arrow, so it is going to favor Sheldon. Roseburg with the turnover. Back into the game, Carson 6 for Roseburg. Keegan Line gets it out at the top for Sheldon. To the right side, Rubino. Crossover back to his left to Frey. Frey around a screen, tried to split the defense, had the ball taken out of his hands, and Roseburg up with it. Fullerton crossover behind the back, tries to go with another crossover at the top, lost the handle, ball on the ground, diving for it, and Sheldon comes up with it up the floor quickly. Cochler waits for his teammates to come back. A 3 from the top, and a whistle on the shot by Derek Frey. And Roseburg trying to get a little bit too fancy with the dribble in there, turns it over, and now we'll give Derek Frey a chance at 3 free throws, with Sheldon already leading 17-11, 6:45 to go in the second quarter. Tonight's game also sponsored by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. 672-5701. First shot for Frey, no good. Roseburg High Sports on the Score, also brought to you by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction, their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. Second free throw rattles down. Danil Olsen comes in for Hunter Fullerton. Roseburg with Stedman, Mendoza, Olsen, 6. And Williams on the floor. Third free throw is good. So 2 out of 3 for Derek Frey. And Roseburg's down by 8. Driving left side, Mendoza with it. Skip pass all the way across the floor to Stedman. Stedman drives in, head fake, lost the defender. Short though, and the shot pulled down by Sheldon. Up the floor, Graziano with it. Pass right side. Line tries to drive in. He'll revert back out. Dribbles to the free throw line. He makes the over-the-shoulder pass back to the top, and a travel called against Derek Frey. Turnover by the Irish. Roseburg with it. They've been on a scoring drought, have not scored so far in the second quarter. Williams out to the top to 6, looking underneath. Olsen not quite open. They'll work left side to Stedman. Stedman dribbles into the corner, back out to 6. Underneath to Olsen. That ball tipped around, and it goes into the hands of the Irish. Cochler will bring it up the floor. Through that center circle to the right side. Pass into the far side of the floor. Out to the top. Frey to Cochler here on the near side. Back out. Frey dribbles left hand, gets to the free throw line. Scoop shot, rolls off the iron, pulled down by Olsen. Roseburg gets a stop, but they need a bucket. They have not scored. It's a 4-0 run and a blocking foul called against Sheldon. 4-0 run here in the second quarter by the Irish. Neither team necessarily lighting up the scoreboard, but Roseburg has been held scoreless so far. Inbound from the far side, it'll be 16 fouls now against Sheldon after the foul called against Derek Frey. His first. And a timeout taken by Sheldon. We'll go ahead and take one as well. 30-second timeout. We come back with more of the first half here as Roseburg trails 19-11 against Sheldon on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Here from Roseburg High School, it is Sheldon currently leading against Roseburg. 19-11 in this Southwest Conference matchup. Light schedule for the conference tonight because this game rescheduled from Saturday to tonight. So no basketball on Saturday for the Roseburg boys, or girls for that matter. The Roseburg girls will play Sheldon here at home coming up on Tuesday. We'll have video coverage only of that one coming up on Tuesday next week. We'll be back here tomorrow to bring you Roseburg boys basketball against South Medford. We'll have that one for you starting at 6:30 tomorrow. Out of the Sheldon timeout, Roseburg with the basketball, trailing 19-11. Stedman will get it from 6, back to 6 on the far side. Wanted to go right underneath, and it is immediately taken away by Sheldon. The play they drew up did not work. Out of the timeout by Roseburg. Out at the top with it. Right side, Rubino hands it off to Kramer. Dribbling out, pass into the corner. A 3 from Graziano, no good. Rebound, tipped, and it goes to Irish. Out to the top, Kramer will get it again. He's going to try and drive in, lost the handle. Ball on the ground, tipped. The official's unsure, and it's going to go back to Sheldon. So they will inbound from the end of the Roseburg bench. Sheldon with it and with the lead with 5:03 to go here in the second quarter. Ben Pike back in. Micah Mendoza will get a breather. Keegan Lyon will inbound from the end of the Roseburg bench. Coming out to get it will be Frey. Frey back to Lyon on the left side at the wing. Working around a screen. Double team comes out. Frey wide open. Kicks into the corner. An open look for Sheldon. And it is Kramer with the 3. And Roseburg so far not been able to keep up with things against Sheldon here in this first half. They are scoreless so far in the second quarter. 22-11. That was a score early on in that game against Sheldon for Roseburg. They whittled their way back, but it was too big of a hole to climb out of. They're going to have their work cut out for him again tonight. Backing his way in. Olsen got around the defense with the spin move and the finish with the left hand. Danil Olsen with 6 points, and he's got Roseburg's first points of the second quarter with 4:22 to go. Jump stop, handed off to Line. Keegan Line, pass out to the top. Kramer drives left side, stops at the free throw line, gets it to Frey. Frey spin move, offensive foul. Derek Frey will get called for the offensive foul as he tried to jump stop spin move. And that'll be 17 fouls against Sheldon. Substitutions coming in. Kamani Winger will check in for the Irish as Keegan Line will take a seat. Stedman brings the ball up. The junior point guard calls out the play from Coach Jordan Humphreys into the front court, working against Kramer. Pass to Olsen out at the right of the key. Going to drive, left hand in, another scoop shot, and he uses the glass for 2. Olsen with a quick 4 points, and Roseburg is back within 7. A little bit of a press here from Stedman in the backcourt as Cochler will bring it up the floor. Bounce pass right side to Graziano. Works to the top of the key, pass the left side. Cochler with it, dribbles out to the top. Bounce pass around the defense, finds a wide open Kamani Winger. And it doesn't get much easier for that for Winger, the sophomore post off the bench. Picks up his first 2 of the ball game. 24-15, 9-point game again. Bounce pass from Olsen to 6, back out to Olsen. He drives left side, wanted to drop it over the top of the defense, but a foul before he's able to pass it away to Carson 6. It's going to be a foul against Sheldon, and it'll put Roseburg at the line as the Indians are in the bonus. And Roseburg will have a chance to try and add points from the free throw line. This one goes against Joey Rubino. Olsen goes to the line for the first time tonight. Roseburg basketball brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. 1-and-1 opportunity doesn't go for Roseburg, but a rebound pulled down by 6. His shot no good. Put back by Olsen. Second try will go through. And Roseburg's going to use a timeout, getting a much-needed bucket there. They're down by 7, and a timeout taken down on the floor by the Indians. We'll take a 30-second timeout and then get ready for the final 3 minutes of the first half here on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
.301 to go in the first half. Roseburg trailing 24-17 against Sheldon. The Irish have led by as many as 11 here in this first half. They'll run the length of the baseline, inbound the ball against Roseburg's press from Carter Stedman. Stedman right there with Cockler as he brings the ball up the floor. Find the open cutter again, and Winger can't make it, but Sheldon gets an easy offensive board. Kamani Winger was left wide open, but he couldn't finish. Pass out right side. Kramer's pass. He hesitated and turns it over. Roseburg with the steal. Push it up the floor. Far side. Head fake from Williams. Drives in. Stops. Bounce pass out to the top. With it is 6. Carson's 3 off the mark. Rebound down by Olsen. Roseburg will get another look. Wrap around the defense, and Carson 6 underneath gets his first points of the night and gets Roseburg back within 5, 24-19. 2:14 to go. Still time to try and get back in the lead for Roseburg if they can get more stops here. Crossover by Cockler, and he'll go to the rim. He's able to finish easily. Stretches it back to a 7-point lead. Out at the top, Stedman will hand it off to Williams right by the timeline. Working against Graziano. Ben Pike will come and get it high on the left wing. Driving into the corner, pass it back to Olsen. He gets in, runner off the glass, no good. Rebound tipped by Pike, right into the hands of the Irish. Bringing it up the floor comes Kramer, gets it to Cockler. Right side, Rubino's going to try the 3, and he gets it to roll through. Joey Rubino with the 3, and Sheldon, just like that, is back out in front by a big margin. Underneath, 6, backing his way in, and Carson 6 will roll it over the front of the iron. Roseburg's over 20 points, but they trail by 8, 29-21. Graziano brings it across the half-court stripe. Pass to the right side. Kramer dribbles out to the top with the left hand. Winger to Graziano on the left side. Back out to the top. Looking in the middle. Winger got free, got bumped by his own player, but he's able to put through 2. Kamani Winger is 6'5", and a double dribble called against Roseburg. They trail by 10. Kamani Winger's come off the bench. He should have 6 points, but does have 4. He missed an easy bunny. But the 6'5" sophomore has been tough for Roseburg off the bench here tonight. 55 seconds to play in the first half. Roseburg down by 10 against Sheldon here at home. Driving right side, hand off to Cockler. He'll dribble out to the top, stops straight away, pass right side to Graziano, works it down in the middle, lost the handle, some contact on Rubino, but no whistle. Roseburg will get the stop, bounce pass up the floor by 6. Look at a 3 by Olsen. Daniil Olsen puts it through for a big 3 for Roseburg. Back to an 8-point game. Make it a 7-point game. Out at the top with it. They pass to the right side. Sheldon Cockler will bring it out. 20 seconds to play, and he'll reset the offense out at the center circle. Left side, Cockler will get it right back. 12 seconds to play. Goes left side, bounce pass to the right elbow, turning to go attack the basket. Rubino, pass out, pass gets to Cockler. 3 seconds to go. Steal by Pike. Pike's got to put it up, and he will run out of time. He didn't realize that the first half was just about to end. Ben Pike lays it in, but it comes just after the buzzer, and Sheldon will have a 31-24 lead as we go to the halftime break. Roseburg with some work to do, but getting a little bit of life there as the first half comes to a close. They trail by 7. We'll have your halftime show coming up for you after a 2-minute break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
I'm Amelia Snow. I work in the intensive care unit at Mercy Medical Center in Roseburg. I have seen the terrible damage COVID has done to my patients and their families. Without a vaccine, people of all ages can get very sick, even if they were perfectly healthy before they had COVID. The COVID vaccine is safe and effective and will reduce your risk of getting so sick you wind up at Mercy Medical. Get vaccinated, and I won't have to see you in the ICU.
Welcome you back here to Roseburg High School on this Thursday night. Joey Keyran here with you as we bring you our halftime show. Roseburg trailing against Sheldon 31-24 here at the halftime break. Roseburg will have some work cut out for them. At the last time they took on Sheldon, they were down 22-7 at one point, but fought their way back and ended up losing by 9 in that one. But they outscored Sheldon 49-43 over the final 3 periods. So they know they can do it. They're going to have to find their stroke just a little bit, a little cold to start the second quarter. Both teams a little slow to start. It was Sheldon leading 15-11 at the end of the first quarter. Sheldon would go on to score the first 4 points of the second quarter and leading by 8 there in the second period. They stretched it to as many as 11 points, leading 22-11 at one point as they would score the first 7 points of the second quarter. But Roseburg started to climb their way back and ended up scoring 13 points in the second period. They were outscored, though, 16-11 as Sheldon pulls ahead by 7 here at the halftime break. 31-24 is our score after the first 16 minutes of play here tonight in this Southwest Conference game. We'll go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we will look at individual scoring from tonight's matchup, and we will get you ready to go for the second half of tonight's ball game. Don't forget, Roseburg basketball is sponsored by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by Dr. Alanson Randall. They're accepting new patients. Call them at 541-378-6694. Before we take a quick break, want to remind everybody that's tuning in, if you would like to win 1 year of unlimited golf play at Stewart Park, Oak Hills, and Myrtle Creek Golf Course, you are running out of time when today hits midnight. We will close our entries for our Super Squares game. You can get signed up tonight. Just head to 541radio.com, get your name in to get a square. And then if you are lucky enough to be the winner of the grand prize, the final score winner gets a 1-year Triple Play membership to Oak Hill, Stewart Park, and Myrtle Creek golf courses. That is a pretty cool deal that we are giving away there. Plus, we've got winners for the person that has the first half score, the second half score, winning prizes from B&D Meats, the Oakland Tavern, and the Scoreboard Sports Bar. So a lot of prizes to give away, but your chance to get signed up for a shot at winning is running out. So make sure you do it tonight before tomorrow. We'll be starting to fill out all of our squares coming up tomorrow. We'll come back with a look at the individual scoring. It's Roseburg basketball, streaming live online at 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
As a doctor, I kept myself safe from COVID by following all the proper protocols. Then I visited my family, and we all got COVID. I debated getting the vaccine since I gained the COVID antibodies. I changed my mind because I learned the antibodies may not offer full protection. But getting the vaccine after COVID can help prevent you from getting sick again. It also lowers your risk of getting someone else sick. So whether you've already had COVID or you're still unvaccinated, please get the vaccine.
Here at halftime, counting down to the second half, coming up here in just a few moments. Right now it's 31-24, Sheldon in front of Roseburg. Taking a look at individual scoring from the first half. Leading the way for the Sheldon Irish with 7 points is Nate Kokler off the bench. He's got one made three-point basket, has 7 points in the first half. You got 5 points for Joey Rubino and Derek Frey, 4 points for Keegan Line and Kamani Winger, and then 3 points for Rocco Graziano and Owen Kramer. On the other side for Roseburg with a game-high 15 points, Danil Olson leading the way. Behind him, 4 points for Carson 6, 3 points for Ben Pike, and 2 for Jace Wilder. That's your look at the scoring from the first half. Hey, don't forget to stay tuned for the postgame show when we name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game for the Roseburg Indians. Mountain Mike's Pizza, located on West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg by the 124 interchange off of I-5 and right next to Roseburg High School. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Back after a 60-second break with the second half on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
(31-24) is our score as we get ready to start the third quarter of action. Roseburg will be moving right to left on your radio dial in their home whites. Sheldon in the blacks moving left to right. Roseburg will start with the basketball to begin the third quarter. Sheldon coming out to try and trap as Micah Mendoza gets into the half court. Ben Pike will launch a three to start things off. It does not fall, and Sheldon up the floor quickly for the Irish. Driving in, a travel call. Out on the floor, Luke Layton, Landon Bryant, Rocco Graziano, Derek Frey, and your fifth starter for the second half is Nate Cockler. Carson 6, Jace Wilder, Ben Pike, Danil Olson, and Micah Mendoza on the floor for Roseburg to start the second half. Olson's going to try a three, and he continues his hot streak. Danil Olson has been on fire as of late for Roseburg. 3 straight games with 21 points, and he has now got 19, make it 18 in this ball game. And he's got Roseburg back within 4, 31-27. Driving left side, jump stop. Landon Bryant lost the handle. That ball tipped out. The official at first looked like he was going to signal that it was Roseburg basketball. Changed the mind at the last minute. It'll stay with the Irish. 7:10 to go, third quarter. Inbound goes to Layton. Back out to the top to Frey. Work it to the top to Bryant. He nearly looked like he shuffled his feet. Cockler will get it on the left side against 6. Into the corner to Frey. Back out to the top. Bryant with it. Had 8 points against Roseburg. Against South Medford in the last game, and a blocking foul called against Carson 6. Bryant had 13 points against Roseburg the first time, but he has not scored in this game so far. He's been in foul trouble since early on. Foul goes against Carson 6, who picks up his second. First team foul against Roseburg. Inbound from the baseline for Cockler. Wanted to look to the rim. It wasn't there. Didn't set up for the Irish. Bryant will get it out on the left wing. Looking underneath. Crossover against Olson, out to Cockler, head fake left, drives out to the right, gets to the free throw line, stops there, pass out to Bryant. Low pass, but Bryant picks it up. He'll dribble his way out. Back out to the center circle, he'll reset the offense, drives in, spin move, back to his left, stops in the lane, kick into the corner, an open look at a three is good for Derek Frey. And Sheldon answers the three from Danil Olson. Took him a while to get there, but they finally answered it. Stretch it back out to a 7-point game. 6 brings it across the timeline. Walking his way up, his bounce pass nearly stolen away. Mendoza gets it, steps around the defense, drives in, and draws a foul. Offensive no against Mendoza. Be the second team foul against Roseburg. Second foul against Micah Mendoza. Roseburg turns the ball over. Sheldon with it. Leading by 7. Substitutions coming to the next ball. Dead ball for Roseburg. Pass left side. Graziano back out to Bryant at the top. Gets it to Cockler. Dribbles left side. Will hand it off to Graziano. Right side Bryant. Pauses out beyond the perimeter. Bounce it. Gets it right back. Looking to the left. He'll lob it out that direction. And a pass by Cockler, nearly taken away by Pike. Sheldon gets it back. They catch Roseburg's defense out of position, and Bryant will get his first 2 points of the night. And it's back to a 9-point lead for Sheldon. They've gone on a quick run. Roseburg's looked like they've had a couple of stops, but just haven't been able to finish it. Trying to bounce it underneath. That ball out of bounds. Ben Pike's entry pass to Danil Olson just out of his reach and out of bounds. Micah Mendoza will check out of the game with his 2 fouls. Boston Williams back in. Sheldon with the ball, leading by 9, trying to match their largest lead of the game at 11 with they made 2. To the left side, Graziano looking underneath, finds the cutter from the baseline. Cockler got it in the left corner. He'll pass it away, though. They transition to the near side, back and forth. They go back to the left side. Cockler catch and shoot 3. It's too long, pulled down by Olson. He'll press it up the floor. Roseburg trying to take advantage of numbers. Ben Pike gets open, and Ben will get another 2. He's got 5. And Roseburg back within 7, 36-29. Pass out to the top, nearly stolen away by Olson. Into the corner, back out to Bryant for Sheldon. Right wing, he'll hand it off. Graziano works it out to the top. Back to Bryant on the right side, in the wing, into the corner. Graziano underneath, and Wilder working hard down there against Luke Layton. Layton had 12 points against Roseburg the first meeting, had 12 points against South Medford in the last game. He is 0 so far in this one tonight. Roseburg really trying to take away the big man. Sheldon will inbound, right side, a catch and shoot 3 on the inbound, no good, and rebound saved back in by Olson. Off the mark for Graziano. Olson brings it up the floor for the Tribe, drives to the right elbow, pulls up for the long 2, his shot off the mark, gets it back on the rebound by Pike, drives in, and it's a blocking foul against the Irish. The foul will go against Derek Frey. He'll pick up his 3rd, and he's going to substitute out. Joey Rubino will come into the game for Derek Frey. Frey exits with 8 points in the contest. They wipe off some sweat here. Sheldon looks like they're setting up for free throws. Roseburg looks like they're setting up to inbound. There we go. Roseburg will inbound from underneath their own hoop. 4:17 to go in the third quarter. 36-29 your score. And a whistle before the inbound pass. They're going to call this against Joey Rubino. That'll pick up his second. It is the second team foul against the Irish. We'll do it again. Wilder will get it in the left corner. The junior will dribble it out to the top. He'll get it to Boston Williams. Williams picked up the dribble. Pike comes to get it on the left wing. Underneath, Wilder trying to call for it down in the left blocks. He just doesn't quite have the position as they have two defenders in his area. Driving right side, Williams stops on the baseline, out to the top to Wilder. Gets it to 6 on the right wing. He's got to do something with it. Will drive, gets baseline, tried to make a pass in the middle, and kind of in desperation, he tried to throw it to a teammate. Nobody really there. Ball got tipped around, and 6 tried to grab it back, but he was standing on the baseline. He'll turn it over. Sheldon with it, leading 36-29. 3:45 to go here in the third. Bryant passes away left side. Graziano with it to the near side. Conkler into the corner, gets it to Rubino. Rubino, long pass across the floor. Gets it to Graziano, had the defense in the air, but he doesn't take the shot. Conkler will dribble it away to the right side. Bryant gets it at the wing. Roseburg with their zone going here. 2-3 zone to the right side. Graziano around a screen, gets it back out to the top, and they'll work to the far side of the floor. Patient with their offense, the Irish looking for the open man. Had the cutter in the middle, the pass tipped away, and Olsen will get it for Roseburg. He'll bring it up the floor quickly. To the left elbow, the jumper, no good. Rebound loose, and it is Sheldon that comes up with it. The Irish will bring it up. Quick shot there by Roseburg, didn't fall. They needed it. 2:51 to go third quarter. Right side. Layton gets it to Graziano. Long pass across the floor. Catch and shoot with the 3. No, off the heel of the basket for Conkler. Olsen brings it up the floor as Roseburg gets the defensive stop. Williams with it out high on the right side. 2:30 to play. Pass to the free throw line. Pike gets it. Turns around, gets it left side. It is Williams for 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Sheldon. And Sheldon will get the stop they needed. Holding Roseburg off here to this third quarter. Quick shoot on the other side, and it's a quick 3. It is Rocco Graziano for 3. And Roseburg finds themselves down by 10 again. 39-29. Ben Pike comes to get it out at the top as Williams was covered. Dribbles to the left corner. Out to the top, pass tipped away. Wilder's able to get back to it. His pass is tipped, gets it back. He'll try a 3. That's short, rebound underneath. It's taken down by Conkler. And Roseburg's gone cold at the wrong time here. Out to the top, Conkler had an open look at the 3, doesn't take it. One-hand push pass to the far side, gets it back. Out at the top between the circles. Bryant has it on the right side. Does not take the 3. Sheldon will reset. Out on the far side. Bounce pass from Graziano, gets it to Bryant, and they're going to reset again. No need to hurry with no shot clock. They can let things wear down. Bryant was just willing to stand there and let the clock run. He'll pass it away as he got marked. Gets it back on the right side with a handoff. Looks to the right corner. Conkler with it. Ball knocked out of his hands. It stays with Sheldon. Roseburg will bring in Mendoza and Stedman. Wilder and 6 will come out of the game. Inbounding is Graziano. His pass tipped by Mendoza, and it goes right to Ben Pike. Roseburg comes up with the steal. Micah Mendoza will bring the ball up the floor, handling the basketball, running the point. He backs it out to the center circle. 55 seconds to go third quarter. Crossover, goes right side, jump stop. He'll try to make a move in the lane. Draws the whistle. And that foul will go against Graziano. That'll be the first against Graziano, third team foul against Sheldon. 2 free throws coming up here for Micah Mendoza. And he will hit the first. Roseburg basketball this evening is sponsored by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. And by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Second free throw rolls over the front of the iron. Good for Mendoza. Makes 2 big buckets there for the Indians. They're down by 8 with 44 seconds to play in the third quarter. Back down by single digits. Bounce pass coming up to the top to get it was Layton. Into the corner. Wants to give and go. Pass underneath. I don't know how he got to it. His reverse lay-in attempt no good though. Williams with it. Working through traffic up the floor. Ball taken away. 27 seconds. Nobody out in front. And an easy 2 for Nate Cockler. Just a scramble there by the Irish. 41-31. 16 seconds and counting. Stedman gets it to Pike. Right back to Stedman. Back to Pike at the top. To the right side of Mendoza. Gets it to Fullerton, who's in the game. He drives left side. He goes up and gets hit as he shoots. So will be a chance at 2 here from the free throw line for Hunter Fullerton. That foul goes against Joey Rubino, who pick up his third. 14 fouls against the Irish. Free throws could be big for Roseburg here in the fourth quarter coming up. They trail by 10, and Fullerton will make it 9. First points of the night for Hunter Fullerton. Roseburg basketball brought to you by Good Vibrations Solutions. For home theater and automotive audio, you can feel it at Good Vibes. Second free throw, Fullerton gets them both. 5.1 seconds to go. Roseburg down by 8. Up the floor quickly. Catch, shoot, 3 in the corner. Off the mark for Nate Cockler. And at the end of 3 quarters, our score is 41-33. Sheldon in front by 8. Back after a 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Well, Roseburg will have their work cut out for them. They've trailed by as many as 11 in this game. They're down by 8 here as we begin the fourth quarter. They were down by 7 at the end of the first half. Sheldon stretches it out by 1 more. And before we start the second half, the Roseburg student section giving a warning there about with the inbound going on right in front of the student section for Sheldon. Irish with the basketball, leading 41-33 over Roseburg here in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass to the top. Luke Layton with it, looking for the backdoor cutter. That ball tipped, and it'll stay with the Irish. Layton, Bryant, Kramer, Frey, and Graziano on the floor for the Irish. Roseburg with Williams, Mendoza, Six, Fullerton, and Stedman. Smaller lineup for Roseburg out there on the floor. Leading scorer in the game with 18 is Danil Olsen. Starts the fourth quarter on the bench. Sheldon's got to get it in. Will finally get it in on the far corner. Pass out to the top. Bryant with it. Marked by Williams. Dribbles right side. Gets to the elbow. Back out to the top. Now gets it to Layton. Going to drive in right side. Bounces it back out to Bryant. They'll reset. Move it to the far side of the floor. Graziano with it. Marked by Mendoza. Fighting through the screen. Roseburg going with the zone still. Actually, sorry, that they are not. They are just switching. Lob over the top of the defense. Roseburg collapsed with 4 players down underneath the Layton. Out to the top to Bryant for the 3. Makes them pay for the heavy defensive pressure on Luke Layton. And it's out to an 11-point lead once again for the Irish. Stedman dribbles left side. Roseburg's going to need to see some of those threes fall. They've not made too many so far in this one. Driving right side, Boston Williams gets around everybody, and Boston Williams just drives himself right to the rim, and he'll put it through. 2 points, 6:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. 44-35, driving to the right elbow. Bounce pass into the middle. Layton kicks out. That goes right through the hands of Owen Kramer. And Roseburg will get it back, get a stop there. Good defensive pressure. The one play they needed on that possession. Just get the ball back in their hands. Stedman will bring it up for Roseburg. Walks it through the center orange circle with the black R at midcourt here at Stuart W. Robertson Memorial Gymnasium. Trying to put his head down and drive. Mendoza gets left side. Lobs it back out to the top, but right into the hands of the Irish. Coming away with it is Graziano. He gets it to Frey. Picks up his dribble on the right side, helping out. Layton will get it at the top. Pass to the left side to Bryant. Head fake right, goes left in the air. Drew contact. Shot doesn't go, no whistle, and Roseburg gets the stop. 6 minutes to play. 2 minutes away here in this fourth quarter. Down by 9. 44-35, Roseburg. Got to get a run going. Stedman, pass left side to Mendoza. Looking in the middle. Cutter gets it to Williams. Double team, and he gets hit as he receives the basketball. 5:48 to go. That'll be foul number 5 on Sheldon. Foul goes against Luke Layton, who picks up his 3rd. Danil Olsen back into the game for Roseburg. Driving baseline. Olsen, the left-handed runner, no good. Rebound, and he gets his own putback in the bucket. Danil Olsen will get a much-needed 2 for Roseburg. 7-point game, and Olsen to the line. A chance to match 21 points, his season high. He's done it in the last 3 games. Takes the deep breath at the line, the lefty. More importantly, it'd get Roseburg back within 6. The free throw doesn't go, but 6 comes down with the rebound. His putback bucket, no good. And the fight for the board off of Micah Mendoza. So the score will stay Sheldon leading by 7, 44-37. Baseline pass inbound from Rubino will go to the far side of the floor to Graziano, who brings it up into the front court. Bryant will have it. Sheldon can be very patient now. Take their time running their offense. Out at the top, almost a travel there by Bryant. Got the pass away just in time. Into the corner. Cochler out to the top. Bounce pass in the middle, trying to work Layton. Nowhere to go with it. Back out to Rubino at the top. He hands it off to Bryant. Bryant reverts back to the left side. Will set up at the wing. Crossover dribble, switch. Mendoza will mark him. Pass to the near side. Graziano, one-hand pass to Rubino. Back out to Cochler. He drives to the free throw line. Kick right side. Hand off from Graziano, and Bryant resets again the offense. 4:58 and counting. Sheldon working through their offense in the half court. Cochler gets it out at the top. Pass near side. Graziano back to Bryant. The student section looking to make a little bit of noise here, trying to root on the home team to a win. Catch and shoot the open 3. No good. Rebound underneath and over the top. The rebound almost down for the Irish. Mendoza comes away with the steal, goes past everybody and lays it in. And a timeout taken by Roseburg. They get back within 5 at 44-39 on the run out by Mendoza. His first field goal of the night. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
4.5 minutes to play in our ball game here tonight. Roseburg storming back, trying to make a game of it, down by 5. Sheldon with the basketball out of the timeout by the Tribe. They'll put some pressure on in the backcourt. Cockler working against Stedman. Trap back there a little longer. Got to get it across. Oh, just barely in time. Bryant gets it into the front court. That was close to a 10-second count. Out at the top around the defense. Driving in the runner. No good by Line. Pulled down by Olsen. He'll push it up the floor. Going to try to step around the defense. And it's going to be a defensive foul. This goes against Sheldon. It's on the floor, but this might put him into the bonus here. The officials are talking about it. And the foul goes against Landon Bryant. Picks up his 3rd. And it is into the bonus for Roseburg. 7 fouls against Sheldon. Free throws again, going to be big. First free throw on the 1-and-1 for Olsen, and he gets it. Danil Olsen will put Roseburg 4 points behind. 44-40 with 4:06 to go. A second one coming to try and get Roseburg back within 3. And he will make the second one. A little bit of drama as it falls through, and it's a 3-point game. 44-41 with 4:03 to go. Quickly up the field for the floor for the Irish. Out at the top with it. Bryant dribbles left side. Pass left corner. A 3. Cockler shot no good. Rebound down to Carson 6. And Roseburg a chance to tie on a 3 or get within 1. 3:45 to go. Warming up at the right time here for the Tribe. Trying to defend their home court. The home team on their feet down on the bench. Olsen out. A 3, buries it, Boston Williams. We've got a tie ball game with 3:31 to go. Landon Bryant will bring it up the floor for the Irish, and they call a timeout. Roseburg storms back after being down by 8. At the end of the third quarter, the Tribe tie it up here, 44-all with 3:25 to go. Let's take a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Well, we got ourselves a ball game here with 3:25 to play. Which team can finish strong? Sheldon trying to end a 2-game skid. They are 1-4 in their last 5. Roseburg trying to get back in the win column after a loss against North Medford Saturday. They are 2-3 in their last 5. This one's anybody's game with 3.5 to go. Tied at 44-all after the Boston Williams 3. Sheldon with the timeout will get the ball at midcourt. Actually, they'll get the ball right in front of their own bench. It'll be Graziano, the freshman, to inbound it. He does, gets it right back. Mendoza comes out to mark him. Micah Mendoza bodying him up a little bit there. No whistle. And now a whistle. Might have been a bit of a makeup call. Mendoza gets called for the foul. It'll be an inbound here in front of the visiting bench once again for Graziano. Roseburg only 3 team fouls, so if they've got to conserve clock at any point, they're going to have to pick up some more fouls, but obviously don't necessarily want to send Sheldon to the line just yet. Cutter left side. Rubino finding Bryant there, but he couldn't finish the play. Brings it back out to the top. Layton with it on the right side. Stops there. Gets it to Cockler. Sets a screen. Cockler drives out to the top, and another hand check foul against Roseburg. Now 14 fouls against the Irish. Still a 44-44 tie with 3:04 to go. 21 seconds have come off the clock, and Sheldon hasn't put up a shot yet. Roseburg's fouled twice. Inbound from the far side. Graziano bounces it into the middle. Get it right down, and a foul called against 6 against Luke Layton. It's not a foul against Layton. It's a foul against 6 against Luke Layton. 6 will pick up his 4th. 5-team fouls against the Indians. They're going to go with the lob. No. Inbound goes to the right corner to Bryant. He'll dribble out to the top, stops at the free throw line, backs it out, working against Williams. Some changes coming for Roseburg here in a moment. Layton gets to the top, pass it away to Graziano. 2:45 to go here in the period. Sheldon is really good at just running through their offense and letting time tick. Bryant goes right side to Layton, back to Bryant on the right wing. Layton will set the screen, working through it is Williams. Pass away to Rubino, left side to Graziano. He attacks from the top, hands it off to Bryant, drives in, head fake, stops in the lane, spin around. His runner falls off the iron. Rebound down to Mendoza. He'll push it up the floor. One-hand pass, right side. Caught by Stedman. The Sheldon fans wanted a travel called. Out at the top between the circles. Williams will get it, lob it to Stedman. Roseburg now will take their time running through the offense. Down to 2:03 to play. Williams gets it left side. Back out to 6 on the far side. Stedman gets it now between the circles, looking for the cutter. It's not there. He'll give it to Williams. Williams pass near side to Mendoza. 1:45 to go in the ball game. Neither team has scored in quite some time. We haven't had many shots since it was tied up at 44 all with about 3.5 to go in the game. 6 has it out at the top. He'll drive left, backs it out. Going to go right side, gets to the lane, drives in, shot blocked out of bounds by Layton. But it stays with Roseburg with 1:28 to go in the contest. Ben Pike will check in, and Carson Six will come out of the game. Joey Rubino checks out of the game. And Derek Frey comes back in for the Irish. Out to Boston Williams on the right wing. Olsen gets it. He drives in. Offensive foul. That'll be the second against Daniil Olsen. Gives the ball back to the Irish. Tied still at 44. 1:16 and counting. Weaving his way up the floor across the timeline, Landon Bryant. Worked by Williams. He'll pass it away. Rubino jump stop out of top. That's Frey. Gets it to Graziano. Now on the right side, left side, it is Cochler. That could have been a travel. He drug his feet. Now timeout called by Sheldon. Sheldon calling a timeout right when it looked like they were about to get an open look in the middle, but they called a timeout there. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back with the remainder of our game with 58 seconds to go on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Sports fans, it's Joey Kieran with the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. We're bringing you more local sports content as we change up our weekday sports lineup. We've got the Bald-Faced Truth with John Canzano, noon to 3 every weekday, and then from 4 to 6 is the James Crepia Show. More local sports talk here on Douglas County's home for sports, the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. .8 seconds to go in the contest. Roseburg and Sheldon tied at 44 all. Sheldon out of the timeout has the basketball on their own baseline underneath their own hoop. It'll be Cochler to inbound, gets it to Frey on the left corner. Back to Cochler. He'll dribble it out to the top, bounces it away to Landon Bryant. 50 seconds to go. Bryant on the right side will dribble back to the left, calling for help. Nobody comes out to the top to get it. Now high out at top. Graziano gets it. One-handed pass left side to Frey. Frey looking underneath. It's not there. Bryant will come to get it. 35 seconds to play. Bryant gets it out at the top. Marked by Williams. Dribbles right side. Backs it out again. Dribbles left side. Pass it away. Frey back out to the top to Bryant. Down to 23 seconds to play. Sheldon going to have a chance to hold for the final shot here, it seems. 17 seconds. Williams just chasing around Bryant. Everyone in the gym on their feet, and a timeout is called. We'll keep it right here. 14 seconds to play in this one. Roseburg and Sheldon are tied. And let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg basketball here on the score. Roseburg basketball on the score is brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. And by Flyway Travel, you can contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Give them a call at 672-5701. And Roseburg High Sports, sponsored by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction, their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. So Sheldon took the time out there, so they have 1 left in the game. Roseburg with 2 left. 16 fouls against Roseburg, 7 against Sheldon. Inbound from the far sideline, goes into the backcourt to Bryant. Down to 12 seconds as he's going to slowly walk it up. 10 seconds to go into the front court. Crossover behind the back dribble, goes right side, stops in the lane, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound down to Roseburg. They tried to call a timeout, and I don't think they called the whistle. They didn't call the timeout, but hucking the ball with half a second to go, Micah Mendoza is fouled with 0.5 seconds to go on the clock. Roseburg calling for a timeout. They didn't get the call from the officials, and Micah Mendoza hucks a 3/4 court shot and gets fouled in the process, and they're going to send him to the line for 3 free throws. And Sheldon's fans obviously distraught with that turn of events. Roseburg was upset at first, thinking that they wanted the timeout, but now Micah Mendoza will get a chance to try and put Roseburg in front with half a second on the clock and 3 free throws coming. Mendoza, a quiet night tonight. His season high is 22. He averages 10.5. He's got just 4 in the ball game. But he'll go to the line for a second time tonight with a chance to try and put Roseburg in front. But Roseburg, I think, well, the officials are talking about it here. I thought they were going to call a timeout. The officials... I'm wondering if they might be changing this to a 1-and-1. And some visiting fans from Sheldon not happy. They may be talking about the time on the clock. 0.5 seconds at the moment, but I think they're going to add it. Maybe I think they're trying to put 1 second on the clock. There we go. There's 1 second on the clock. Micah Mendoza will have 3 free throws coming up here. And Mendoza gets the first. The Roseburg fans excited over there. The bench gets excited. Puts Roseburg in front, 45-44. Again, 1 second on the clock. 2 more free throws coming for Mendoza. Second one hops through. They're not looking pretty, but they are going through. And the final one coming up here. Roseburg in front by 2, 46-44. Final one here. He's going to miss. It hit the back of the iron. Rebound down to Olsen, and Roseburg wins. The Indians will come away with a 46-44 victory on top of Sheldon. A wild finish there. A foul before the buzzer on a 3/4 court shot sent Micah Mendoza to the line, and he wins it there with 2 out of 3 from the free throw stripe. Roseburg gets the win, and they will go to 3-3 in conference play, 6-11 on the season. Sheldon drops to 6-13 on the year, 1-5 in conference play. Your Roseburg Indians are in 3rd place in the Southwest Conference. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have your post-game show right here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Brook Communications. Our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Welcome back, everybody. Joey Kieran here with you from Roseburg High School for our post-game show as tonight Roseburg wins 46-44 on top of the visiting Sheldon Irish. Dramatics at the end of this one, and let's try and do a quick recap here for you as Roseburg gets the win, making 2 free throws out of 3 attempts by Micah Mendoza. Roseburg got the stop they needed. Sheldon was trying to hold for the final shot. A runner in the lane by Landon Bryant was off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Roseburg. I saw multiple players calling for a timeout, but they didn't get the call from the officials. And Roseburg, realizing that the clock was still running, they weren't getting the timeout. Micah Mendoza makes a baseball pass attempt at a 3-point shot from 3-quarter court. He was just outside the 3-point line when he launched it from Sheldon's half of the floor. He got hit in the act of doing it, and in the process of that, draws a foul and gets to go to the line for 3 free throws. And Micah Mendoza hits the first 2. They bounce around a little bit, but finally fall through. And Mendoza putting Roseburg on top by 2. He just threw the last one at the rim, knowing that that would make it harder for Sheldon to set up for any sort of shot at the buzzer. And the rebound was pulled down by Daniil Olsen, and Olsen holds on as Roseburg gets the win. A big one here that'll help Roseburg stay in the hunt for an automatic playoff spot in the Southwest Conference. Top 3 teams get an automatic spot and move on, and Roseburg hopefully going to get a chance to do that if they can possibly stay in that 3rd spot in the conference behind the Medford schools. Roseburg will be taking on South Medford coming up on Friday night. Big win tonight for Roseburg. They were down by 8 at the end of the 3rd quarter, but Roseburg somehow pulls off a big comeback, holding Sheldon to just 3 points in the 4th quarter. And a massive win there for Roseburg. I'm going to see if I can flag down somebody to come up and talk to me more about it. What a fun win tonight for the Indians as they get the win. Roseburg on top, 46-44. That'll keep them in 3rd place in the Southwest Conference standings. And they will get the win. Sheldon was on top 15-11 at the end of the 1st quarter. They led by as many as 11 points in this ball game. But then Roseburg kind of chipped away, but couldn't quite hang on to it. They were down by 11 early in the 4th quarter, Roseburg was. But again, they outscore Sheldon 16-3 in that 4th quarter as they come back for the victory. Daniil Olsen has a game-high 22 points. That is a new season high for the senior. And he really came up big in the second half, scoring 7 of the 22 there. A big second quarter, 9 points for Olsen as Roseburg gets the win. And just an all-around big night. Luke Layton a pretty good scorer for the Irish. 12 points last game for him against Roseburg. He was held scoreless. Landon Bryant, the sophomore starting guard, finished with just 5. Bit of a quiet night for him there. And Nate Cockler finishes with 9 points to lead the way for the Irish. Hey, Danil! Trying to yell at him, but the band is, they're a little excited. Roseburg gets the win again here tonight. Let's go ahead and run through our scores from this evening's ball game. Danil. There, I got his attention. Throw that headset on for me there, buddy. All right, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. How's it feel? What a win for you guys tonight.
It feels amazing. I'm so happy for Micah.
Yeah, he came up in a big spot. That final moments of the game were crazy for everybody in the gym on the edge of their seat. I saw you guys were trying to get the timeout. You didn't get it, and then look, the game was tied. So if it doesn't work out, you guys go to overtime. At least you've got that. But you get a little bit of help as they call the foul on the shot by Mendoza. I mean, what were you thinking in that whole sequence?
Well, when we got the rebound, I tried calling the timeout as quickly as I possibly could, but unfortunately for Sheldon, the refs didn't see that, and Micah got a huge shot off, even though it didn't go in, he got fouled. So I'm just so happy for him. He's been through a lot the last month, so I'm just so happy that he won the game for us.
You guys got a chance to talk a little bit as they were trying to figure out the clock time and everything going into it. High-pressure moment. You're at home, so at least you got that. You guys don't have to necessarily worry about being the visiting team with the crowd. Quiet here, but nerves start to kick in. What were you guys saying before you went to the free throw line, and what were you thinking as Mendoza's putting those shots up? And they didn't just go through; they bounce around before they fall through, keeping us all on the edge of our seat.
Humphreys just said to relax, to stay calm, and enjoy the moment. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and even though we were nervous about Micah going up there to the line, right when he shot it, I knew the first one was going in.
Well, if not for the intentional miss on the final one, he was perfect at the line. So that's a guy that he did the job here tonight at the free throw line. We'll wrap it up with you, Danil, let you go continue to celebrate with your friends down here on a big win at home tonight. But a big win for you guys keeps you guys in that hunt for the automatic playoff spot in the Southwest Conference. How good does it feel to get this one in your back pocket?
It feels great. I'm so happy that this team has come so far from the first game in Eagle Point till now. It's just a lot of hard work that we put in, and I'm so happy that's coming through in a big way.
You guys starting to feel like you're playing some of your best basketball at the right moment?
Yeah, I think our team is finally meshing together, and our team chemistry is at the best it's ever been this season. So I'm super thrilled.
Congratulations on the win tonight, Danil Olson. Thanks for the time. I'm glad that I got your attention to get you up here to get some post-game recap, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Danil Olson, the senior for Roseburg High School, joining us on the program, getting a chance to get some of his thoughts on it. That was a lot of fun there. And the post-game interview as Roseburg gets the win. The band serenading us out here tonight. Taking a look at the scores, 9 points for Nate Cockler to lead the way for Sheldon. Nobody in double figures for the Irish as they have not a season low, but 44 points tonight, well below their average at 50.2. 5 points for Joey Rubino, 8 for Derek Frey, 4 for Keegan Line, 5 for Landon Bryant, 6 points for Rocco Graziano, 3 points for Owen Kramer, and 4 for Kamani Winger. On the other side, Micah Mendoza with 6 for Roseburg, coming all of them in the second half. Quiet night for him, but he comes up with the most important points of the night. Carter Stedman did not score in the game here this evening. Jace Wilder with 2 points, Ben Pike with 5. Boston Williams with 5 points. I forgot to mention to Danil, he sets a new season high with 22 points on the night. Hunter Fullerton with 2 and Carson 6 with 4. Roseburg in this one tied it up with 3:25 to go in the ball game at 44 all, and they finished with a 46-44 victory. Fun one tonight. Roseburg back to action coming up tomorrow as they will host South Medford. That'll be right here at Roseburg High School. They tip off at 6:45. We'll have the game covered for you here starting at pregame at 6:30. Before we wrap things up, it's time to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Prior to Mendoza hitting those free throws, I was thinking Boston Williams, who had all 5 of his points in the fourth quarter, including a 3 that tied the game up at 44 all. But you can't really get any bigger than clutch free throws to win the game with a second left on the clock. Micah Mendoza, your Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game here tonight. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. Want to say thanks to our final sponsors. Here's Barnes Heating and Cooling, Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair, and Dr. Alanson Randall. Roseburg back to action tomorrow. Sheldon is going to be, well, I forgot to write down who they're coming up playing next. I would imagine that they're playing tomorrow, much like the rest of the conferences. Well, Sheldon, I would imagine, back to action coming up tomorrow night. But for Roseburg, they'll back here against one of the top teams in the state and in the conference as they host the Panthers. Tip-off at 6:45. Tune in for the game here on The Score. Want to say thanks to the Sheldon Irish for making the trek up here and giving us a very entertaining ball game here tonight. Want to say thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bull and Head Coach Jordan Humphreys, the entire boys basketball program, for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg basketball here on The Score. Want to say thanks to Craig Ortega back in the studio for the radio production here tonight. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll do it again tomorrow night. How about that? 6:30 pregame, 6:45 tip-off as Roseburg hosts the South Medford Panthers. We'll have coverage streaming live online at 541radio.com and right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. All right, Craig. Thanks, man.